We are a river city, a bold city, the First Coast, a place to create and to belong. Here, the sun shines a little brighter, and so do the people. We share a love for our region, a pride for JAX, and a passion for the beautiful game, dedicated to giving everyone a sporting chance. Together, we will elevate soccer and sport in our community by lifting every voice. We are Sporting Club Jacksonville. We are Sporting JAX.
Hello and welcome into the Sporting JAX Report. I'm Cole Pepper. Coming up, we get to know Sporting JAX defender Grace Phillpotts, one of the unsung heroes of the team this season. Plus, Becky Burley joins us to take a closer look at where the team stands in the Gainbridge Super League and an exclusive event with Adidas, special for Sporting JAX Academy players. But let's start with the women's team and the recent trip to Dallas. There are some teams in the league who play in converted baseball stadiums or football fields, but no home venue has more substantial history than the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, where Dallas Trinity call home. The building first began hosting college football games in 1937, and through the years it had hosted other big events, including games in the 1994 World Cup. Last weekend, Sporting JAX was in Big D playing in the Cotton Bowl for the first time. To the Metroplex we go, and Sporting JAX looking to bounce back after the first road loss in club history at Lexington, and early on, they enjoyed a big moment. Watch Meg Hughes put on the pressure. The ball goes back to the Dallas keeper, Sam Estrada, and Paige Kenton, relentless. She forces the error, scores the goal, her fourth, and Sporting JAX has a 1-0 lead. What a start in Dallas. Hey, take another look. This was planned. Sporting JAX wanted to put Dallas under some pressure, and they did just that to take the early advantage. A little later, 23rd minute, Ashlyn Puerta, already leading the league in goals, takes a shot from about 30 yards out. That's her 9th goal of the year. Remember, last year, the Golden Boot winner scored 13 goals. We're only 10 games into this season out of 28. Now to the second half, 71st minute. Kenton on a run out, gets behind the defender, and Maya McCutcheon fouls her as the last defender. It's a red card. Dallas goes a player down for the rest of the game. Dallas, though, did have a few moments late, despite the disadvantage. On the corner in the 87th minute, ball pings around, and watch Jade Pennick clear it off the line with a header. It remains 2-0. That's a forward back defending. Then in the dying moments, Puerta's through ball finds Pennick going forward. She's into the box, topples over Estrada. Sophia Bowman heads it to Puerta, who is wiped out by Estrada. That's a penalty, and proof that Puerta doesn't always score every time. What would have been her 10th goal in 10 games. But this time Estrada up to the challenge. That's the way it ends. Sporting JAX wins it 2-0. on the road in Dallas.
Yeah, I think first half we did a good job of dominating and connecting our passes and playing in their half. I think second half we kind of let that slip away a little bit, and just they were coming at us a little more, and I think we need to just regain control of the game in those moments and keep connecting our passes and playing our game in their half. I think I've grown a lot in just getting the ball and decision making and when to dribble, when to pass. That's something I wanted to work on a lot is on the dribble, just taking the space and not hesitating, and I think I've grown a lot in that area.
All right, we take a look at the stats from the game. Shots pretty even, and even though Dallas Trinity actually had more shots on target, Sporting JAX was clinical. Those 2 goals, not necessarily in the run of play, although Sporting JAX did have the best of possession and more corners. But what a win. 3 points away, always good to see, and a clean sheet away. Becky Burley, it wasn't a pretty victory, but it sure was a good one.
Well, you know what was really pretty about that win? That clean sheet. Because I think after giving up 4 goals the previous game, there was a big emphasis on defending. And to get a clean sheet away with that Dallas roster, I will still argue that Dallas roster is a very good roster. And to do that away is pretty impressive.
And how about the play of Paige Kenton? She now has scored 4 goals on the season. She just seems to be getting better and better as the year goes on.
And so much of it is just coming from her work ethic. Like even the goal she scored this week, I mean, she pressed and pressed and pressed, and that led to a great opportunity. And she has just covered every blade of grass on the field every time I see her play. And what a versatile player! What a player that can provide a spark because of her work ethic. I mean, she is the real deal.
And Sporting JAX has certainly shown an ability to bounce back after a tough loss. They notched their second clean sheet in an away game this season. If they can string some victories together, watch out.
I agree with that. I mean, I think consistency is the issue right now. Talking to Stacy earlier this week, she's aware that they haven't put together back-to-back wins, and that's something that they're really focused on. But in the end, like if you had asked Stacy, hey, on November 12th, you're going to be third in the league, would you take that? I have a feeling she would.
I would say so as well. Becky, here is a look at the table in the Gainbridge Super League. And there is Sporting JAX sitting in third, just 2 points out of the top spot, held by Lexington. They'll have a chance to close the gap against Fort Lauderdale as well coming up. Things looking very good for Sporting JAX here in their first season in the Gainbridge Super League. Remember, the top 4 teams make it to the postseason. That will come up in the spring. After returning from Texas with 3 points, the team was back to work on Tuesday on the coldest day of the year so far for training. For some, it was a familiar return to chilly weather, like Caroline Murray, who previously played in Iceland. Others were a little colder, but everyone is looking for ways to build on the recent success and keep climbing the table.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're sitting third in the table, so it's exciting for all of us. It's still a long road ahead. We're excited for that. We know what we have to do. I think we've been building in good momentum. We have good days, bad days, but overall we're still keeping that head straight to know what we have to do in the next.
Right now we had a nice turnaround game after the Lexington game, so we're feeling good momentum, but I also think we feel like we have so much to improve upon, so it's hopefully exciting time to come for us.
Yeah, now we've got to use that for momentum going into the next one. Like, we can't forget about what that took for us to get that clean sheet and for us to get that win. And it was an all-in effort, and you had to put your heart and soul out there to defend, and they knew that. And so hopefully going into the next one in a couple of weekends time against Fort Lauderdale, we have the same mentality.
Well, as Stacey Balaam referenced there, the next game comes against the second place team in the table, Fort Lauderdale United. Fort Lauderdale was a finalist last year, and this season they have continued the momentum, losing only 1 game so far. That came against undefeated Lexington. United have been paced by Kiera Locklear's 4 goals and 3 more from Kelly Van Treck. They are second in the league in conversion rates. Goals per shot on goal is only Sporting JAX is better. One other thing to watch, Fort Lauderdale has been red carded 3 times this season. That's the most in the Gainbridge Super League. And make your plans to come out to support your hometown team in a Florida derby. It's Military Appreciation Night. Tickets for next Saturday's match are available at sportingjax.com or by calling 904-863-KICK. And Emerson Burris now joins us. Emerson, this week you're profiling one of the unsung heroes of the team. That is Grace Phillpotts. She has been terrific on that left back position.
She sure has. She brings a really calm and competitive presence to that back line, and it's a mindset she's been building since she was a kid. I sat down with Grace to learn more about her journey and what drives her on and off the field.
Grace Phillpotts grew up in Fenton, Michigan, right in the middle of 2 brothers, and soccer has been a part of her life for as long as she can remember.
I started to play soccer when I was around 4 years old. Me and all of my siblings kind of got thrown into AYSO soccer, but I think what kept me in it was my older cousin, Rachel. She was always really good at soccer and grew up playing, so I kind of followed in her footsteps.
After developing through competitive club soccer, Phillpotts continued to build her game in college. Experiences, she said, prepared her for the next level.
I loved playing in the SEC, just everything about it. The style of play and the athleticism is unmatched in the SEC. Playing at Kentucky prepared me in every way.
Now, she's settling into her first season with Sporting JAX, taking on a new position and a new challenge.
Well, I am playing a different position a little bit. I think more conservative and defensive minded. So that was kind of a transition, but I think finding my identity in that and just learning to play with the girls around me, I think I've grown a lot as a player already.
Phillpotts holds herself to a high standard, one that pushes her every day in training.
The bar for me is so high, and I don't think I'll ever reach it, which, can be a good and bad thing.
When she's not on the field, Grace loves spending time outdoors, something that reminds her of home.
We used to have a ski boat, so slalom, ski, wake surf, really anything outside.
And as she continues to find her footing in Jacksonville, she says she's thankful to the fans who have welcomed her in.
I'm very grateful for all of their support and excited to continue to play.
Phillpotts said she's focused on growing her game and helping Sporting JAX make a strong push as the season continues.
She is so good. I love what Stacey Balaam says about her. Everybody around her knows how good she is. She still doesn't know how good she is, which is a great sign she can continue to grow. Emerson, thank you so much. Sporting JAX has introduced the new Family Pack. This is a great way for families to enjoy pro soccer. You get tickets to the match, a meal voucher for a hot dog, chips, and soda for each member of the family. That's up to 8. If you're an adult, you can even substitute a beer. To get your family pack, go to sportingjax.com. Still to come, Mauricio Ruiz joins us to take a closer look at the USL Championship playoffs down to the Final Four. That's next as the Sporting JAX Report rolls on. Every game of the Gainbridge Super League can be seen streaming on Peacock. Home games can be seen on Channel 4 or right here on the stations of First Coast News. The next nationally televised USL Championship match will be the finals in the USL Championship playoffs on CBS Sports November the 22nd, a week from today. But who will be playing? That is the question. Time now for the USL Championship Game of the Week presented by Honda The Avenues. And this week, instead of looking at one game, we're taking a closer look at all of the remaining playoff games. The conference semifinals kicked off on Saturday, and boy, did we see some memorable moments. Here we go. Postseason at its wildest, 4 matches, 2 conferences, and 1 long chaotic night. Pittsburgh Riverhounds against Detroit City FC, 70th minute. Pittsburgh, drama in front of the goal. Augie Williams heads home what looks like the opener, but a foul is ruled on Shane Veit in the buildup. So we go to a penalty shootout. Beto Edrock steps up and delivers Pittsburgh 4-3 on penalties. Riverhounds on to the conference finals. North Carolina FC against Rhode Island FC, 81st minute. In Cary, North Carolina, Noah Fuson picks out Albert Dikwa, who sneaks behind the back line to head it in. Rhode Island the 1-0 lead. Stoppage time now, a nightmare finish for North Carolina. Dikwa intercepts a short free kick and launches it from midfield. It rolls in to seal the 2-0 victory for Rhode Island. Tulsa taking on Phoenix Rising. Stefan Lukic off the bench delivers. 1-0. FC Tulsa wins it. They're headed to the Western Conference Finals. New Mexico United taking on Orange County SC, 49th minute. Albuquerque sees Greg Hurst finish from close range after his header comes off the post. United takes a 1-0 lead. 68th minute. From the ensuing corner, Malik Pinto rifles one through the crowd to equalize for Orange County. We're all level heading to stoppage time. Winner coming late. Dayon Harris drives into the box, smashes the rocket to the near post. United take a 2-1 lead and move on to their first Western Conference final after one of the most dramatic nights in USL Championship postseason history. We have our Final Four, and here it is, the bracket. In the West, the top seed, FC Tulsa, making it all the way, as chalk would indicate. That was the only one, though. Third seed, New Mexico United finding their way to the finals. That's a team to watch for sure. And in the East, look at this. We've got a 4-seed Pittsburgh against a 7-seed Rhode Island. Rhode Island in just their second year of their team. Last year got to the finals, trying to do it again this year. Mauricio, what a playoffs it's been.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, Tulsa right now, I mean, they look like the favorite out west, finished first place, as you mentioned. But I still have my favorite is New Mexico from the beginning of the season. I think they're just really strong. There's some deficiencies within their back line, but going forward, they're about as good as anybody. They can score a lot of goals. And if they can settle themselves into a game with a very powerful Tulsa, very pragmatic in the way they go about it, I think New Mexico can really make the biggest first upset out on the West. Now on the East, it's anybody's guess, Cole, because no one would have expected throughout the season and going into the playoffs that you would have Pittsburgh Riverhounds. No knock on them, but they just haven't had a solid season. Been up and down quite a bit, but winning at home in penalty shootout at the end, And then Rhode Island, somehow they're here again, a 2-year-old franchise that found themselves in their inaugural year last year in the conference finals, and then they find themselves again here, upsetting everybody along the way, all road wins. So kudos to Rhode Island, and it's anybody's guess here out on the East.
All right, Mal, thank you very much. We are just months away from Sporting JAX playing in the USL Championship. Here are some key dates to remember. Right now, you can place your season ticket deposits. Just $25 reserves your seats for the 2026 season. We expect later this month to get the schedule released. Looking forward to that to see who will be the opener and everything else. Training camp will open in early January, and the regular season will kick off in March for the first time. Sporting JAX playing in the USL Championship. Group tickets are now on sale for Sporting JAX inaugural season in the Gamebird Super League. Groups with 10 or more can enjoy the best prices for single game tickets. Gather your friends, family, and co-workers to enjoy a night at Sporting JAX. General admission for group tickets start at just $22 per seat. Club seats only $39 per seat. Call 904-863-KICK or go to sportingjax.com to order your group tickets for pro soccer in Jacksonville. Still to come, a world-class experience for local players. How Sporting JAX teamed up with Adidas to give its Youth Academy an exclusive first look at next year's World Cup footwear. That's next as the Sporting JAX report rolls on. The inaugural Sporting JAX kit has been unveiled, and now you can order all of your own Sporting JAX merchandise. Use the QR code on your screen to order your official Sporting JAX shirt. You can also go to sportingjax.com/shop for the online store. Let's take a look at these. Yeah, there we go. Right there. That's what we're looking for. You can pick those out. New hats, new scarves, everything else. Youth Soccer Spotlight now presented by the Bearded Pig Barbecue. Emerson Burris joins us. Emerson, last week Sporting JAX and Adidas partnered on a really special event.
That's right, Cole. The Sporting JAX Youth Academy got an exclusive sneak peek at Adidas' 2026 World Cup footwear line. From on-field drills to a behind-the-scenes preview tent, the club's young players were the first in the country to test out the new F50s, Predators, and Copas. Sporting JAX's partnership with Adidas reached a new level, giving Academy players an exclusive first look at the 2026 World Cup footwear line. The club was the only one in the country selected for this preview, thanks to Adidas' commitment to building more than just a business relationship. Players rotated through drills featuring the new F50s, Predators, and Copas before heading into the secret tent for a hands-on look at the boots. A one-of-a-kind experience highlighting innovation, opportunity, and the power of partnership.
So through our partnership with Adidas, we were selected to get this opportunity because they were interested in building more of a partnership with us rather than just a transactional distribution. So we have a big youth academy, a lot of kids, and they felt like it'd be a good opportunity to help grow our brand as well as theirs.
It's really cool that we get to experience things that people aren't going to be able to see. And it's really cool that we're gonna, our club is going to be able to do it, because we're great, you know?
These cleats, I feel like they're really high quality and they fit perfect. And it just looks good.
I love the event, and I love how people work so hard on it. And I just think that's so special that just our club gets to do this.
I honestly didn't even know that something like this could even happen here. So it's really cool to see all the cleats and all the kids in the cleats too. It's really awesome.
Very cool opportunity for those kiddos and a great look at the future of the game right here in Jacksonville. How kind are they?
That's fantastic. Love to hear the excitement from the kids, and Katie Sullivan there from Sporting JAX there to help support the thing. Really great all the way around. Emerson, thanks so much. For more on Sporting JAX in the world of soccer, join Mark Warburton, Stacey Balaam, and me every Tuesday night at 6 on 1010XL. It's the Coaches Show presented by Sporting JAX. We also have a player join us every week. You can listen on air or online at 1010XL.com. Be sure to join Mauricio, Becky, Emerson, and me every Thursday night at 6 for the Sporting JAX Soccer Hour. We cover the entire soccer world, including Sporting JAX and the USL. Thursday nights at 6 on AM 930 Fox Sports Radio Jacksonville and the iHeart app. Still to come, Mauricio rejoins me as we take a closer look at the Premier League. That's next as the Sporting JAX report rolls on. You can catch the Sporting JAX Report next Saturday at noon on NBC 12, right before Premier League coverage. You can also find us on demand on First Coast News Plus and the Sporting JAX YouTube channel. We now welcome back Mauricio Ruiz. Mal, the Premier League is on the international break this week. Arsenal, Man City, and Chelsea are the top three teams. Who else do you see having a chance to challenge for the top spot as the season goes on?
You know, I don't want to say it. I think top spot, Cole, it's going to be difficult to take it out of Arsenal and Man City. I mean, there are two teams that don't stumble a whole lot, and Arsenal certainly kind of gaining some ground forward. And so I think it's going to be a two-team race at the top. I think Chelsea is super inconsistent, but I'm not going to be a fan favorite by many people here. But I actually think Man United, they have not lost in 5. They have 2 ties. But as they get stronger, specifically if they go into the winter break and they attack that transfer window with some must needs, specifically in the midfield and back line, they're starting to get on a roll, being a difficult team to play against. I would think that Man United would have a good chance of getting to the top 4 and really knocking out Sunderland. I don't think Sunderland has enough win in their sails. It's a good story, but I think Man United by winter break will be in top 4.
All right, good stuff, Mal. We'll be watching Sporting JAX next home match a week from today, Saturday, November the 22nd, when Fort Lauderdale United comes to town for the first meeting between the two clubs. It's Military Appreciation Night, and we expect a great crowd. For tickets, go to sportingjax.com or call 904-863-KICK. And for the very latest on what's happening with Sporting JAX, follow us on our social media channels to get the very latest on the club. We leave you with a look at Porch Fest in Springfield, where Sporting JAX had a presence at one of the best neighborhood events of the year. Thanks for watching the Sporting JAX Report. We'll see you next week.
I live in this area. I haven't had no friends in the